What's going on, guys? So, market crashed on CPI. It was expected, wasn't expected. There's debate out there to be made. There's arguments to be said, whatever, whatever. The case is that the markets keep on pushing lower. So, what do we do from here, guys? Is it over? Are we near the bottom? It's yet to be determined. So, what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna analyze the possibilities that we may reach a bottom here relatively soon. If not, unfortunately, price action will continue on lower. Yesterday's video, we were touching base on these levels that you see in front of you, that those levels will potentially hold as the fifth wave from the wave B and C. We have five-wave subdivision. So right now, we are within that fifth wave to potentially hit the bottom. Now, I don't think that may be the case, unfortunately, but we may see a bounce because it's been 6 weeks of straight sell-off. So is it possible that it's due for a correction to that count? I mean, not a correction, a correction to that downtrend, or are we setting the base for the next leg higher? So let's review the analysis, guys. Before I do, consider subscribing to the channel and give this video a thumbs up. As you know, it'll help the channel grow. Now, unfortunately, guys, it's just brutal out there. I mean, look, you have Bitcoin, cryptos also tanking. So needless to say that everything, even the safe havens, are getting clobbered. So all we could do is just take a deep breath and take it a day at a time. All right. Anyway, so post the wave one high, that's what I've been tracking here in this chart. We have three waves. We have evidence, right? Three waves down. We have five waves to the A, three waves up to the B, and now we have the. Let me just draw this here for you guys. We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this is the area that I'm thinking we may see some sort of reaction, because we've already breached the 405.77. All right, the 405.77 was the low back here on May the 2nd, and also it was May the 6th the low. Now the next levels to watch for potential capitulation or continuation to the downside is a break south of 385.57, which is the low here. Now the midterm sort of support areas that I'm looking for, which currently is not holding, was supposed to be the 100% extension, the 396.75. And where did I get that Fibonacci level from? So where I got that from is that you take an extension from the A wave to the B wave, and so that you can get a measurement to the potential targets for the C wave. All right. So normally when you have a zigzag, which is the wave 2 pullback here, all right, you see that wave C will equal to wave A, the length of wave A. Now, unfortunately, the angle of descent here is much greater or much steeper than that angle of descent here. All right, and that matters a lot. We could cover this in another video, but unfortunately what I'm trying to say is that if we don't hold today's low, we don't bounce in the futures market, and we continue lower, if we break 385.57, then it is go time to the downside, guys. So let's review the 1 hour time frame. Let's take a look at the wave counts, and let's see what we can dissect from here. So in the 1 hour time frame, guys, from the B wave, we see that we have the wave 1. All right, pull back into 2, sharp decline into 3, ABC into the 4, and now we may have already completed the wave 5. This is a scenario that I personally am looking for. All right, we see that it did breach the 100% extension, as I mentioned earlier, but it also breached the 23.6% retracement, the 398.66. These levels did not hold. So the last, and I mentioned this in yesterday's video, guys. I told you we may see price action push on lower, and if that's going to be the case, then the next level of support should come in at 385.57. All right, so we got to be careful with this level. We have to keep it on watch, although I don't think this is the case, because look, I'm gonna take you back up to the daily time frame. Our indicators are just not helping out, right? We see, although maybe volume was a little bit lower today on the sell side, right? We see that it wasn't as quick. I mean, it was higher than yesterday's volume, but it's in a little bit of a decline, right? Not too notable, nothing to say, oh, okay, the sell volume, the price action is selling on low volume. It's not. It's actually above average. So that's key, right? That's key. So for that reason, I don't anticipate that we will see price action hold the 385 levels. Again, we may see a bounce, okay, but I don't think that's going to hold. Now, if we go back to our alternate count, right, this is the most likely scenario. Okay, so I'm gonna go up to the daily time frame and we're gonna review this real quick. Okay, so I still see that a potential C wave is ongoing of the wave 2. Again, we have the same fib levels to look for, right? We have the 23.6% retracement, which we've already breached, and now the next level of support with the fib levels that I'm looking at here, right? Because you have to associate Fibonacci levels with, excuse me, with your Elliott wave counts, right? Each count, each wave has an associated level in the Fibonacci sequence that you can utilize. So in this case, the wave 2 pullback, excuse me, let me have a little bit of water here. Now you get to see a whole bunch of crap falling on me, man. My apologies for that. But you got to be authentic in these videos. It's not like this. I'm not perfect, right? I mean, whatever. It is what it is. You get the point. So back on track. My apologies, guys. So A, B, and C, right? So what do we have here? It's likely that the third wave, it's ongoing at this point. Okay, we're breaching the 385 like I mentioned earlier, and we're gonna go down towards the equality in the wave 3, which will take you down to the 376.64 area. All right, once we see the support, all right, potentially hold, we will see a probable three-way. I mean, I don't know. Look, I think that because this is such a deep correction in the wave 1, it is likely that the third wave will go towards the 1618 or anything between, so that it could give room for the fourth wave to unfold, because we cannot retrace beyond the wave 1. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But for now, we're going to expect or going to anticipate that maybe we'll see a bounce at the 376 area. So once we see that bounce, we can expect a ABC pullback in the wave 4, at which point we may see resistance and then head lower to our next targets, right? Our next targets are going to be down south of 355.26. Now that's a very, very deep correction. I mean, what is it from here? It's about another 9-10% from current price action. It's gonna be horrible. So what are my thoughts? What am I looking for? What am I gonna do coming into any of this, right? Because I have this alternate count, guys, I'm not going to rush into taking any short position at this point in time. I'm going to be patient. All right. All in all, if I may take a little bit of time from you here, if you can listen to this little rant that I'm about to give you guys, all in all, this is setting up for a good opportunity in the long run. Okay. What do I mean by this? I know short term we want to see quick gains. I know short term we see a lot of traders out there that are killing it, shorting this market. Great, good for them. But our objective is not short term. Our objective is long term. Okay, we want to build our portfolios, all right, for the next 5-10 years. So we see a lot of stocks that are in discount from its peak in January, and some of them have even breached the COVID lows. All right, so I know the market environment is different, but things will change obviously in the next 3 to 4, 5, 10 years. So that's how wealth is made in the long run. Anyway, so we, for the short term, for the time being, I can't short this market because we can't see a bounce at any second. All right, so I want to wait for a potential just a 3-wave pullback. All right, we'll find some sort of resistance and then the last leg lower. Otherwise, we'll see continuation to the downside, 3 waves back up, and then we see another leg lower. Regardless of the scenario, we are still going to see price action to the downside, guys. So keep these levels on watch. Keep this chart on watch. If you haven't done so, guys, please follow me on Twitter, because in case you don't get to, if you want to have this chart available, I post there on a daily basis, right? So Camilo Clips at Camilo Clips, that's my Twitter handle, or Trending Waves, you can find me there as well. So you guys can get access to this chart. Also, you can go into Trending Waves. The link to the Discord group is pinned down in the comment section. All right, enough with this. So let's go into the triple Qs. I know you guys may have already skipped a lot of this nonsense and just get straight to the point, bro. All right, so back to the daily time frame here. So guys, all right, this is a little bit more clear, right? The 3-wave sequence has progressed down towards the 38.2 and equality of wave A. So 100% extension of wave A and B, gives you 288, right? And the 38.2% retracement gives you the 290 handle. So I think, guys, I think that here, although it is also ugly with our indicators, right? The histogram is also ticking lower. We see the moving average keep on pushing lower. It's not even attempting to cross. And also we see that the RSI is heading lower. For that reason, I do expect that markets will continue to push on lower. Unless we hold the 290 and 288, the zone, and we see a bounce, all right? We see a bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? And then we see this retracement in 1, 2, and 3. Unless we see something like this relatively soon, then we cannot start to anticipate price action to start actually finding a base and heading on higher. For what we're going to do here is that we're going to see a 3-wave pullback to correct this decline, and then we're going to see the next 5 waves down into our last actually, let me just turn on that count. Here we go. Oh, let me just delete all of this nonsense. Yeah, so we have our, let me just do this here. We have our A, B, and C. All right, so it's still likely that this is the 1, 2. Let me just hide this so that you guys are not confused here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the final 5th. Downside targets at the 50%, 260.01 is the next logical scenario for the triple Qs. And also, if we take our historical or traditional support and resistance lines, right, we see that the zone is in confluence with what was our low back here on September 25th of 2020. Okay, so it is likely that maybe the markets will give you more of a headache or give us more headaches and push on lower to this zone before we can actually finally see something push on higher. Cryptos are crashing at this point. Let's take a quick look at the Bitcoin chart, which I've reviewed in several videos before. If you guys recall, the Bitcoin chart that I had before was the triangle, right? We had the third wave completed back here on April the 15th, the 14th, or the 13th, whichever it was. We have the A, B, and C to the A. We have the A, B, C to the B. And then we started forming this triangle, right? The C, A, B, C to the D. And now we've broken, obviously, and validated this damn thing. So for that reason, this is no longer valid. We're going to delete this, and we're going to focus now on the possibility that we are in a complex correction and we are nearing the last leg lower in the wave 4. So how does this work out? All right, let me just show you guys real quick. You know, I was considering this to be a flat correction where this is the A, this is the B, and this is the last leg lower into the C and expanded flat. As you know, we took out this highs, and we're taking out these lows with the correction in the last leg lower, potentially last leg lower. But because I was looking at this as the wave 1, 2, 3, this correction overlapped the wave 1. Now we can look at it in a different way. We can look at this as this is the wave 1, A, B, C into the 2, and now we're going into the third wave. But this will damn be fucking, this will be hell, right? This will be ludicrous. I think MicroStrategy will be in a margin call should this thing continue on lower sub 20,000. I mean, they said that they will support this market and continue on buying. You guys got to catch that headline. It was pretty interesting. So anyway, what I think this is that we have the 1, right? We have the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, A, B, C, and now we're looking for the next 5 waves of wave C of wave Y. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and final 5th. Let me illustrate, right? So 1, 2, 3rd, 4th, and final 5th. So downside targets are sub 25K. All right, we have the 1272 extension, we have the 100% equality of wave A and B, and we have the 1618 of wave A. Wave W and wave X. Okay, guys. So let me know if you guys have any questions, thoughts, or comments. Leave them down below. The link to the Discord group is pinned down in the comment section. I better see you there because you need to have this type of coverage, guys. We've been tracking this. I mean, you'll see when you go in there, guys. You'll see when you go in there. I expect you to be there. Let me know how I can help you. Let me know what I can do for you. If I'm wrong, right, whatever it is, let's discuss. Peace out.